Towards the post, a shot off the crossbar.
You see the lights, you hear the sounds, and you join in the excitement of what is now Liberty hockey. Rewind 17 years ago and you'll find a very different story. Liberty hockey didn't have a season in 95-96, but they did hire a head coach that would put Liberty on a path to their recent success.
Corrado had lots of excitement, lots of enthusiasm, and it was contagious for the players and then for us, you know, with the fans. One thing he really tried to do was to bring the professionalism of the program. Remember the first thing that happened when we got to Charlottesville, that first game of the first year, was we had brand new home and away jerseys, and you know, that really started to catapult our team to where, you know what, we really felt like we were invested in, and really, you know, it was a really good start to my career at Liberty, but also a new era in Liberty hockey with Corrado.
I got a phone call one night from a guy named Andrew Barron. He introduced himself to me as a hockey player and told me that him and a few guys are trying to get the team back together. And they had a faculty advisor by the name of Myron Penner, who told them that he will be the advisor only if they could find a coach. So I remember coming in for an interview, but I was being interviewed by players. And so they asked me a bunch of questions, I asked them a bunch of questions, and at the end of the night I agreed that I'd be the coach, and that's how I got started.
That would be the easy part. Next up would be getting the team back on the ice after having a season off.
I think Liberty had a debt with the Roanoke Civic Center that until the debt was paid, we weren't allowed to rent ice. Andrew Barron told me that Dr. Falwell took money out of his own pocket and paid the debt for the team so we could start up again. So the 95-96 season was just a few exhibition games, but the 96-97 season was when we had enough money together to rent ice, to get some practices going, and to be part of the ACC. So I figured out how to get into the ACC. I made a few phone calls, and we were in the ACCHA with teams like Duke, UNC, Virginia Tech, University of Virginia.
Getting into the ACCHA would be a turning point for the Liberty Flames. The team battled through their first year in the ACC and barely made it to the playoffs.
We got in and we were the 4th seed and we played UVA that night. I thought that the University of Virginia was a far superior team in terms of talent.
One of the things I remember was our goalie Corey Waluchow stood on his head. I want to say the shots were 2 or 3 to 1. And you know, UVA really deserved to win that game.
The game went into overtime, but it was one of those games that went back and forth, back and forth. They get a goal, we get a goal, they get a goal, we get a goal. The University of Virginia pointman shot the puck from the point. I think it was Andrew Tatry that blocked it. Him and Neil went in on a 2-on-1. They missed the 2-on-1. They got the puck from behind the net. Andrew Tatry scored the overtime goal to knock UVA out, and the place just went crazy. Our bench erupted. It just went completely berserk, and it did feel like the championship game. To me, in many ways, it was.
The Flames would go on to win the ACC, beating UNC 4-2 in the finals. It was a key moment in Flames hockey history, one that helped bring the success you see today.
There was pivotal points in our 30 years here at Liberty Hockey. That was a pivotal time for us, and really showing that we were of the class of the league that we were in, the ACC at that time.